Hello, everyone. It's Chef X-Line in the Digital Content Center, and we are going to take a look at... I have Bill's Phillips still up there. I got rid of that. There we go. Okay. Bill was on at 10 o'clock. I'm on at 11, I guess. So we're just me today. Everyone left. Amanda will be here tomorrow for her last day on Friday morning, and Hannah's not here today. So you're stuck with me, unfortunately. So I know the natives are getting restless out there when it comes to this type of pattern. We all want it probably a little warmer than it has been. We just have to be patient. Let's get through the weekend, and it will be getting warmer. But another cool shot coming our way for the upcoming weekend. So something to be tracking here. Look at the there we go. Put that up full so you guys can see it. Okay, so look at the temperatures. Nathan has a great knack of finding stats, and he found this one yesterday. I think we're gonna call it the shut stats. So consecutive days below 70 in May over the past the 15th for the Wheeling area. So this is the second half of May again, and you look at a 7-day stretch, currently 1 week in which we have not hit the 70-degree mark, and you got to go back to 2006 to find a stretch longer than that, and that was at 8. Now, forecast high today is for a temperature to crack 70 degrees, but there you can see the last time we did hit 70 was back on May the 21st, and before that it was May the 17th. So just going back the second half of May here, our high temperatures have been well below normal. All those blues, all those days where you see blue, that's where temperatures have been below normal. So quite a stretch for the second half of May of below normal temperatures, below normal. And we started the day very foggy this morning, and low clouds, fog. That is lifting. You can see that on this time lapse. Love looking at the time lapses. And don't be totally alarmed when we see some glimpses, just some glimpses of sun, just to let us know that it's still up there come this afternoon. Temperature not too bad right now, climbing into the 60s. And as I mentioned, we should hit 70 and probably lower 70s this afternoon. There's your next 12 hours. Now, there is a small threat of a passing shower this afternoon. It's not going to be as wet as it was yesterday. If you see one, again, they're going to be kind of spotty, and they should be rather short in duration. But later this afternoon into this evening, there can be a few out there. Hopefully they miss the historic Fort Steuben, because the summer concert series is kicking off this evening in Steubenville. It's Linden Melvin at 7 o'clock, the temperature near 70 degrees, and then it's followed by Into the Blue at 8 o'clock this evening. So every Thursday here through the summer months, they'll have a free concert at the historic Fort Steuben. So there's the satellite radar right now, and we do have some clouds draped across the area. You look closely, there are a couple sprinkles already forming here towards Columbus, which are moving in our direction. So that's that little weak system that'll be pushing in for this afternoon. They could give a couple of isolated showers, but not a lot of rain advertised for this afternoon. So keep that in mind. Let me turn on the... I'm going to find it first, though, the visible satellite here, so you get a better idea where there's some breaks in the clouds occurring. And we're going to try to find those. It's what we're just looking for breaks. So, you can start to see some breaks materializing, especially the southern half of the viewing area. See where the darker areas on the map, that's where breaks in the clouds are at right now. So we're starting to see some of that. So look for some partly sunny sky, at least as we head into the afternoon hours. But again, there can be a couple of these showers, which will be moving in our direction. So you could see some of those showers that I'm referring to that are just to the to the southwest of Columbus. Basically, there are some of those showers. So again, it could be a passing shower out there this afternoon, but they are going to be kind of spotty compared to the past few days. And there's like a futurecast for this afternoon as well. So showing some of those spotty showers this afternoon into this evening. Then as we head into Friday, we will see a system pass by to our south. It'll just sort of give us a glancing blow with some rain showers here Friday, later in the morning into the afternoon hours. So looking damp and cool again. Then a cold front comes through Saturday morning with maybe a passing shower there. And then the second half of the day, we should trend dry, but breezy, kind of a blustery wind Saturday. High pressure is going to be moving on out or moving on in, I should say. And that'll keep us dry the rest of the weekend. So let's see. Austin says, good morning. The sun's trying to come out. It's doing its best. It's one of those days where the sun's trying its good old best to be coming out. But we should see some breaks of sun this afternoon, Austin. And that should boost us into the 70s. So the weekend forecast, I mentioned that passing shower Saturday. Another Saturday where the winds are gusty, northwesterly 15 to 20, gusts to 35 miles per hour. High of just 64. That's 10 degrees below average. Intervals of sun and clouds on Sunday. And what a chilly start to the month of June with a low of 43 in the morning, near 40 degrees early in the morning there on Sunday, and then we're up to close to 70 in the afternoon. So be patient through the weekend. Once we head into next week, it gets warmer. High temperatures come Monday in the mid 70s after a morning low of 45. Come Tuesday, we're in the low 80s, and then come Wednesday, we're in the mid 80s. Could be some rain chances later next week, Thursday on, but in the near term, we're looking at about a 4-day dry stretch, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, along with those moderating temperatures. And I know I've been getting some requests for some dry weather for those of you trying to bale some hay. So if you are trying to bale some hay or looking for a 3-4 day stretch, well, that's coming our way Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. So there you go. You got a 4 day. I think all you need is 3 days to bale hay, but we'll give you an extra one just in case. But Sunday through Wednesday of next week is looking dry and increasingly warmer, near 70 Sunday and near 85 by Wednesday. And then, the lows will be in the 40s Sunday morning and Monday morning, but then closer to 60 by the time we get to Wednesday morning. So you can see that warm up. Dale saying clear weekend, but windy. Well, a few showers there, Dale, Saturday morning, as I mentioned, but kind of windy Saturday. And then not quite as windy on Sunday. Good morning, Joe. Thanks for checking in with the forecast weather update here. So that's what we're looking at. So not a bad weekend, again, on the cooler side. You're looking for some swimming weather over the weekend, though. It's again, another weekend where it's not going to be very warm at all for swimming, but it is going to be mainly dry outside of a passing shower with that cold front come Saturday morning. But the breezes I mentioned will be blown around. Jennifer saying good morning. Good morning to Jennifer. Morning, Jennifer. Thanks for checking in on this Thursday morning. Today is National Paperclip Day. I'm not sure how you celebrate that one with some paper clips. So if you're just tuning in again too, want to know when you can cut the grass. Today's not a bad day, but there can be some pop-up shower in some spots this afternoon. I plan on getting my grass cut today, even if there is a shower. I think we'll be able to get it cut. Friday, there can be a period of some rain later in the morning towards noon into the afternoon. So Friday's probably not the best day for cutting the grass. And then Saturday, after a morning shower and the rest of the weekend, you'll be okay. Just kind of windy on Saturday and then a little calmer there on Sunday. So let's see. Yeah, today is National Paperclip Day. Lots of paper clips. Paper clips and staples. I think I'm more of a staple kind of guy. I use paper clips too. A little bit of both, maybe. Let's see. That's what I do. Like what I teach CCD Sunday school at my church. I use a lot of paper clips. I staple the kids' papers together, but my stuff, I use the paper clips to stay organized, I guess. Let's see. What else can I show you here? Rainfall. Let's look at rainfall from I gotta go back here. I know what happened. We gotta change the date. I gotta do this on the fly. Let's see. Well, you get to see you don't see that part of the screen. I gotta go back to yesterday, but I believe we have it's like the wettest May since 2018 here. So let's see. Yeah, now we're closing on 2018. So in 2018, we had 4.84 inches. We have a little over 4.8 inches now for the month. So above normal month of May, but it's kind of crazy that for the year, we're still a little bit below normal for the year when it comes to rainfall. No, I closed out the whole program. I didn't want to do that. Not going to open back up. So that's a look at our rainfall check. Of course, last year it's interesting how we started. Spring was very wet last year, and then as we went in the summer, it got very dry, especially into the fall. So summer and dry. Oh my goodness, I just logged in and closed it out. We're very dry summer and fall last year, especially the fall. Fall was really dry, and it kind of even stayed dry in the winter last year. But then now we've been climbing out of it with a little bit of a wet spring, especially here of late. Bill was saying it feels like Seattle out here. So if you're wondering what it's like to be in Seattle, so a little quick bit of a recap. Also, hey, if you want to check out a new grilling episode, I have that for you on the Cooking Up a Storm. You could watch. Went to West Virginia Northern Community College, and we cooked up some salmon with street corn, and kind of a cool little trick Chef Darcy had for the salmon. And anything you want to put on the grill, you put some citrus like lime, or if you have a lemon, that might work too. You put it on the grill, and then you put the meat on top of there, and then it'll prevent your meat from sticking. So if you ever have that, sometimes especially with chicken, you ever cook chicken and I was trying to find the Cooking Up a Storm logo here. It's somewhere in here. But if you ever have you grill and have chicken stick to the grill, the little citrus, put a little slice of lime or slice of lemon, and that will I can't find that will help it from sticking. So a little tip there. You can check it out on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. A new episode dropped today, and there was a really great, if you're tired of like the same old stuff on the grill and need a new recipe, I love that recipe. It's very light fare for the summertime. In the summertime, we don't want to be eating heavy stuff. It's like lighter fare food. And salmon, it's good for you. Some street corn, had a ton of flavor, had like layers of flavor. It was a really delicious recipe. So especially if you like salmon. If you don't like salmon, you could even twist it around. You can make some chicken instead of the salmon, and put it over the street corn. But check out that episode today on the WTOV9 YouTube channel. Give us a like if you want. Give us a share. And there's like 50 plus, probably close to 60 episodes of Cooking Up a Storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel these days. Okay, so if you're just tuning in about the weather again, today a stray shower later this afternoon into this evening. High temperatures should crack low 70s. There will be more numerous showers at times later tomorrow morning into the afternoon. Highs in the 60s Friday into the weekend. So yet another cool weekend. Coolest day is Saturday, but the coolest night is going to be Saturday night into Sunday morning when we drop down to 43. And I want to point out that most of the weekend will be dry outside of a passing morning shower on Saturday. We will see those winds Saturday, kind of blustery out of the northwest, 15 to 20 gusts into 35 miles per hour. But hang in there, be patient as warmer weather will kick in for next week. And it looks like we have a dry stretch for a change Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to go along with those warmer temperatures into next week. We'll have to watch out for a system maybe coming through the middle to end of next week, more so towards Thursday, Friday time period for some showers and thunder showers. But if you want to, do anything outdoors into next week, at least the first half of next week, looking really great. And if you want to bale some hay, we have at least a 3, maybe 4 day stretch there without any rain Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let's see, 3-4 week outlook for June. And is this normal? What's the average temperature for June? Well, it starts in the 70s, Richard, and then it ends up in the 80s. So low 80s. I think 75. I'd have to find that for you here. I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, well, let's answer John's question first when it comes to temperatures. By the way, Richard said he doubts that we're going to have 80 degrees. He posted on my Facebook during the month of June. I said, I'll take him up on that bet. I'd bet the house that we will have at least one day with highs of 80 degrees or higher in June. And I'm sure we'll see it next week, but the whole month we'll have to have it. That would be unheard of if we didn't. So let's look at the temperature trend. Let's see. John was asking about the 3 to 4 week outlook. So you can see that, the warmer weather is pressing in. It was across the western part of the United States. It's a little switcheroo. The west is going to get cool in the 6 to 10 day. We're going to get warm in the east, 8 to 14 day as well. 3 to 4 week forecast. It does look like the core of the warmer weather, though, starts to push into the western part of the United States again. And you can see a little bit more in the way of wet weather. It looks like there's going to be a trough in the southeastern part of the United States. That puts us close to average in the 3 to 4 week for both rainfall and temperature. So that would be a look at the 3 to 4 week forecast. And let's see, we're asking about temperatures during the month of June. So I got to find that in the old weather computer. It's in here somewhere. Bear with me. It is under the summer folder. I got to find it in the summer folder. I know I have all these is in here. Let's see. Let's do it by alphabet. June by the numbers. Here we go. So we're heading into June on Sunday. Oh, that's July. That's not June. Let's see. This is June. Okay. So normal high at the beginning of the month. So Richard was asking this question. What's the normal high at the beginning of the month? And that is 76. By the end of the month, it climbs to 82. We averaged 3.7 inches of rain in June. And that summer solstice date may be wrong. That was probably from last year. But those are the average high temperatures and low temperatures for the month of June. Those are correct. They don't change. Okay. Brian wants to know, is this weather normal for this time of year? No. We've been below normal of late here. That's for sure. But, you could get into these stretches sometimes where the temperatures just, typically it's either above average or below average, right? It's rarely just average, but it has been below average and in some instances well below average. So this would be abnormal for the second half of May. This is a cool pattern for the second half of May for sure, to stay that cool for that long. But the trough has been situated in the east, so it makes sense, from a meteorological standpoint, that it would stay cool during the second half of May. But it should bounce back pretty good here into June, at least the early portions of June. And, as we head into June, it's tough to get days even below 70. I'm not saying it can't happen, but as you get into June, it's going to be pretty tough. The first day of June may feature a high below 70, but as you progress through the month, your chances of getting cool weather, it gets harder and harder to come by. And Brian's ready for warmer weather. Do you think we'll reach 90 degrees or more in June, said Austin? I don't think we're going to hit as many 90s as we did last year. Last year, we had a ton of 90-degree days. We typically get one or at least one in June. So it'll be close. Let's go with but barely maybe. We are going to get warmer weather. It's not going to be this cool all summer. And Sherilyn's see that's what's going to happen. It's going to be going to go from complaining about the cool weather to complaining about the heat. That's what can happen. And John wants to know, could the forecast of passing shower Saturday morning change between now and then? Yeah, well, I mean, when I say a passing shower, John, that means like not a lot of rain. So I wouldn't cancel any plans for Saturday morning just because of that threat of a passing shower. But there is a front coming through, so that will likely lead to a few showers. I could show you on Futurecast, but I don't think it's going to be something that's going to last a long time. So the low pressure system to our south gives us the rain tomorrow. That could be a little bit more of, something if you have something outdoors later in the morning, afternoon, that'll, it's going to be tough tomorrow. But Saturday, so there's like 5 a.m. early. There's some, there's 7 a.m. And even after that, later in the morning, see how there's a few showers here at 10 a.m. See how the spotty nature of them. So I'm sure there's going to be some showers around the first half of the day Saturday, but as we head into the afternoon, we should see, dry conditions. But it is going to be breezy and cool. Those winds behind that front are going to gust to 35 miles per hour out of the northwest. So it is going to be a cooler kind of day, a blustery, cool day Saturday with high of 64. Sunday's nicer the 2 days, high of near 70 degrees. So, yeah, of course the weather can change though, but I'm fairly confident we'll see a few showers around Saturday morning, but nothing that's going to last too long or, be like a all morning rain out or something like that. But there will likely be some showers as that front comes through, and then it'll be dry in the afternoon, but then breezy and just kind of chilly through the day. And then we drop down the low 40s Sunday morning. So, but then those of you that want the warm weather, it's coming in the extended. It's coming. So we will get there. Let's get past the weekend, and it looks like it'll be warming up nicely into next week. Okay. And then there's some questions whether or not it cools back. It could cool back down the upper 70s, maybe mid upper 70s later into next weekend, and then go back up again. We'll see. But these days of 50s, highs like, 60 or something like that, I think they're numbered. It's very tough to get that in June. And the fact that the trough's heading out to the western part of the United States, it's tough to get that kind of chill with that type of pattern. Yeah, and Brian says surely our water tables are back up. They are back up. Now it's interesting though, that where is the did I not save that? The rain for the year though, Brian, is below normal for the year, which is kind of crazy. But for the month we are, here it is. For the month we are above normal. It's the wettest May since 2018 now, 7 years ago. And so yeah, we're above normal for the month, but in the near term we're in good shape. Yeah, but for the year we're still at a deficit of about an inch, almost an inch. But we're in pretty good shape on the water tables. A lot better than we were like in the summer and fall, especially the fall last year was very, very, very dry. I don't expect a repeat of that this year. I mean, during the summer, you get through stretches where it's tough to get some rain. It becomes more scattered and isolated. I would expect more of a normal type of a summer pattern, definitely cooler than last year, but more of a typical, not your very hot, dry summer this year. But that doesn't mean you can't have hot days. We average about 10 days a year in which the high temperature gets to 90. Last year we had, I think, over 30 or something like that. We're right at 30 last year. So I would think we'd be closer to that 10 mark, maybe a little bit below the 10 mark. And we'll probably have a little bit more rain than we did last year. The Climate Prediction Center's outlook for summer, I don't think I have it in here. I'd have to go to that page, but it does call for above normal temperatures, but the core of the heat is more in the plains. And some of that above normal temperatures may be reflected with more warmer overnight lows as we head into summer and have higher humidity. And there's also the East Coast favors a little bit more rainfall, heavier or a better chance of above normal rainfall up and down the East Coast. So that could be because of maybe some hurricane development along the coast as well. But that'll be something to watch out for summer. So for those two reasons, I don't think it's going to be as hot or as dry as it was last summer. And Sherilyn sees the sun. There we go. We got some sun sightings out there right now. So that's a sit down, everyone. The sun is making an appearance. So let's see. Yeah, the visible satellite. There we go. I'm not sure where Sherilyn's seeing the sun, but I see some holes in the clouds right now. Oh, let's get out the old weather arrow. So let's see where we got the holes in the clouds right here. I see it in Guernsey County. I see it in Belmont County towards St. Clairsville. See holes in the clouds here. See more clouds in Caddis right now. So I bet you Sherilyn's not from Caddis. Oh, Sherilyn's from Toronto. Yeah, I see some holes up there in Toronto. Yeah, look closely. Maybe we could zoom it in. We could do a little zoom into Toronto. Yeah, there's a few peaks. There's one little peak. Again, the dark areas, and you're looking at this map, or where you have some breaks of sun where the white is more clouds. So you see more clouds in Harrison County, and then you see those sunny breaks in Guernsey County. So that's a look at the visible satellite. I'm gonna pull up some of the cameras here and show you too. Let's see if we can find some sun on the cameras. A little bit, not too much, a little bit there. Trying to get brighter. New Martinsville's trying to get brighter. Okay, so again, this afternoon, there can be a stray shower. Keep that in mind. Not as wet as yesterday, but there can be a few showers popping up. Highs finally creep up in the low 70s for the first time in a week. We surpassed 70 degrees this afternoon. And there are a few of those showers that I'm referring to starting to move in our direction here. So next hour or so, they'll start moving into our neck of the woods. So this afternoon, we will have to dodge a shower. Nothing too heavy, it appears, but there will be a few out there. It won't be a completely dry afternoon. It doesn't mean some places will stay dry, but it won't be completely dry in our area because these showers are moving in our direction. We can see the spotty nature of them. It's not widespread. It's not like a shield of rain out there, unlike yesterday where we had a lot of rain. Okay. Is Friday going to be widespread rain and accumulation totals? Playing peekaboo. Hope we don't get a heat advisory warnings this summer. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want extreme heat, but yeah, I would like it a little warmer. John says, is Friday going to be widespread rain? That's a tricky one, John. Both are tricky because I was just looking at the models have been horrible of late. I can tell you, just to be honest with you. Um, it, this particular model showing, so there was those isolated showers today into this evening, and then Friday late morning into the afternoon is the period where it looks like it's going to be kind of wet. The amount of rain is probably going to stay around 1/4 of an inch for most of the area. Now, there's another model I'm looking at which has a lot of this rain. It depends on the track of this low. If it tracks a little bit further south, a lot of that steady rain could miss us just to the south, and we could just have a few showers into the afternoon hour. So that's sort of on the table as well for Friday afternoon. But if that verifies, it's looking kind of wet starting late morning Friday into Friday afternoon. In terms of rainfall, again, it varies on where that low tracks, but I would favor more the southern half of the viewing area. This has went up a little bit, have a better odds of maybe seeing a 1/2 an inch, while the northern half of the viewing area, you can see that sharp cutoff. You get to Akron 0, maybe 1/10 of an inch in New Philadelphia. So a little bit more south, less north. I would say most would be in that 1/4 to 1/2 inch range, but a little bit less to the north and not much more to the south. But if we're going to see some heavier rain, it would probably be over a 1/2 inch would be south of the Mason-Dixon line. Wetzel, Tyler counties, maybe Monroe, but nothing too excessive when it comes to rain. But yeah, I would lean towards kind of wet late morning into Friday afternoon. And then Saturday morning, we'll have to watch out for some of those showers of the cold front. And then Saturday afternoon is looking dry. The rest of the weekend should be dry as well. Okay. Well, I think I've been on a 1/2 hour. See, time flies in here. Let's keep talking, and before you know it, I'm on here for 1/2 an hour. Okay, I gotta get some work to. I gotta look at some new models and do some radio forecasts. Text message my brother. He's asking about Saturday. That's the problem when you're the weather guy. Everyone is always asking about the weather. Even when you're not at work, you can't leave work at the office. It just always goes with you. It's like the cloud above my head. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Enjoy some of those glimpses of sun. Also, be aware of a passing shower this afternoon. At least we get in the low 70s, and hang in there. It'll get cool this weekend, but it'll be warmer next week. And it looks dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and probably Wednesday of next week as well. Okay, have a great Thursday and a great weekend, because you know what? I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be doing some cooking at my house. So I'll be here Saturday morning, though. Say hi to Amanda tomorrow. It's her last day. Okay.